Back for the second half of the Warren. I'm eating a salad. It's delicious and leafy. And it turns out I'd forgotten how much I like Caesar salad. So, too much kale in my life. I said sadly, looking down, just like, oh, fucking kale. Alright, where do we leave off? Yes. Ha, the leader of the Squirrel Legion, is like, ah, yes, you have proven the strength of the Squirrel people by Patches's silent ascent to the top of our tree. You have proven your own fortitude by climbing up here. You have proven your intelligence because you have Alcin with you. And you have proven that you are capable of making these negotiations by bringing this child with you to learn. But what exactly do you want to trade for, Mademoiselle Saffron?
Well, most importantly, I think I've designated that Alvin speak on behalf of the Warren for now.
Ah, very well then. Alcin, I look forward to shrewdly negotiating in a verbal fencing match with you.
So, to start things off, I don't know if you heard from your good friend Sasha, but she had a little bit of a run-in with an enemy to us both, golden shaggy kind, if you will.
The dog.
Yes,
Peaches.
and as we found out, that Peaches and Sasha don't get along either, and we're able to narrowly bait. Actually, it was Patches here. Narrowly bait the
It was
dog
actually
into Sasha.
it was Saffron.
Oh, was it Saffron?
Yeah.
Okay, it was Saffron here who managed to bait Peaches to attack Sasha. My thought is that two nimble creatures such as ourselves, such as our friends, our families, could do well to get rid of this threat. It'd be a joint effort, if you will.
So, you still have not told me what you wish to offer. You have told
Partnership,
me that you can
partnership
somehow
in
trick the dog into helping us.
yes. You see, Peaches is very dumb, whereas we're very smart. So
Yes.
imagine a time when Sasha was to meet with one of us, and then out of nowhere comes the dog and rips her a new one.
You wish to negotiate with Sasha in bad faith and lure him into an ambush where the dog pounces upon him with its giant canine teeth and immense shaggy paws.
Mm-hmm.
And you are hoping that Peaches will defeat Sasha once and for all in this encounter.
I'm hoping that Peaches will either defeat or will scare Sasha away. It was a very, very interesting sight to see Sasha run away with her tail between her legs.
It seems unlikely that Sasha will uh, be either defeated or run away. As you have said, Saffron has lured them into a confrontation before, and yet Sasha still stalks these woods.
And that is where our ingenuity comes into play.
Yes?
I trust you and your legionnaires have many tactics of the front.
We do not have many tactics. The ones that we do have tend to work quite well.
That's basically the plan. It's whether or not you'd like to try it or not. As far as the semantics, we can work that out. Actually, another little piece of tidbit of information. Have you ever heard of... Gonna have to help me with the name. Sir...
Emperor Major Hip Hop?
Yeah.
You may have heard of the folk era. Emperor Major Hip Hop.
I have heard of this Emperor Major Hip Hop. He has killed many of my kind. Rabbits are not known for their bloodthirstiness, but Emperor Major Hip Hop is a brilliant strategist.
Exactly.
I have heard of his defense of the tree. They teach it in Squirrel Military Academy.
Well, let's just say, in forms or another, we're working for him.
I see. So he is the brains behind this operation.
No,
So, what
he
happens then?
is available to help us with this operation. This is my thoughts. But
Let's say Sasha is dead, then what?
if Sasha is dead, then we have a a world in which we can both live prosperously. If there's any trade to be done, I mean, we're pretty far away from each other. If you haven't
Perhaps
noticed,
for
but
you, you are far away. For us, it is but a matter of mere minutes. We
as
hop
far
off a
as
branch and we are there.
as far as things to be done, that'd be more of a negotiation with Sasha. But I can imagine something could be worked out. We're very good at digging, and you have seeds to be planted. We like oranges, and they could be easily plucked from trees by you and yours.
You propose a mutual cooperation between our two peoples.
That's what I imagine. That's what I would like to see.
So he turns and looks at Saffron, and his immense tail twitches twice, and he says, "And you agree to this? That our people will live in peace together, where we get you oranges and you plant us trees as acorns, and help us hide our acorns. This is the things that we are doing then."
Mm, hold on. So, Alvin, help me out here.
You'll speak on behalf of the Warren. I'm just here to speak tactics. I
I
need
know,
to know
no,
that.
I mean, like player to player. I need your help.
Oh, okay, what's up?
Um, so if I speak on behalf of the Warren, how much authority did, or I guess maybe AP as well. Like, how much authority was given to me by,
He made you the commander of the Warren.
You're second in command, so in a way of effect, you are like head lieutenant of the Warren during a wartime effort in which normally policies do get approved because
Mhm.
it's to aid in a war front.
Okay,
And being a second in command means you make decisions for the leader on behalf of the leader so that he can stay within
yeah,
a
okay.
stronghold.
And
That's
I'm
true, but it's actually even bigger than that. The fact that he gave the authority to you instead of Sparks is pretty much like a big flag that you're basically in charge.
okay. So then my big thing then would be if, I guess I think I need to do the pay attention
Okay.
skill. I think I need to know if the squirrel if can keep his end of the bargain before I like deal with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's 12. So you tell me what you want to spend that hold on.
So I want to know are they telling me the truth?
About what? Because the last thing he said
All right,
was,
let me rephrase it then. This is what I want to know. What here is the greatest danger to me?
mm, okay. I think beneath you, there's a number of like squirrels who've been looking up at this conversation, and many of them seem kind of disgruntled and just in general, maybe you occasionally catch someone saying the name like Sasha.
So yeah, the squirrels want to get a handle on Sasha and get rid of him. Um,
I mean,
what's
the danger here is that these squirrels, you know, I'm implying here that these squirrels maybe don't agree with your presence here and maybe have a bit more allegiance to Sasha than to you.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, that's why it's a danger because they're just like, oh, Sasha would not like this. We should not be meeting
okay.
with these people.
How could I get them to see my side of? How could I get them to ally themselves with the rabbits?
How? I mean, how wide is this? Is it how can I get Haw to ally, or is it how can I get all of the squirrels to ally?
All the squirrels.
Interesting. Okay, how can you get all the squirrels to ally with the rabbits against Sasha?
Yes.
Um, you would probably have to offer them something irreplaceable, like so squirrels aren't very smart. Like they have to bury lots and lots of acorns because
Yeah.
they don't remember where they buried them at. And
Hmm.
so if they like had someone to be like, "Yeah, I remember where that acorn batch is. It's right here. I'll help you dig it up." That would be a big deal, but they'd also be trusting you with their acorns, right? Cuz you could just dig them up and move them, and that would be the death of their society. So they need someone that's what they need. They need someone they
Ooh.
can trust to help them out. If they had more acorns, their population could explode in size. Their
So
power
that
would be
acorn.
like unstoppable.
Oh, so how about that then?
And then
Um,
also we're
they dropped all those acorns on us, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would stop the rabbits from hoarding those acorns and then being like, we'll just maintain your supply for you?
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you do that, then they're basically putting their entire life in your hands.
Well,
All of their like they wouldn't be able to get through winter without going to you and being like, "Hey, where are the acorns at?"
Yeah, that's a lot of trust. I get
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but
Um,
Well,
that's how you get them to agree to it. You need to put yourself, and it's not
I gotta
specifically
play
the acorn
hardball
thing.
and hold out food from them. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I
or
mean,
another option is you could put me in charge because I have I would know where it is, but I have the inability to dig them back up.
So I'm thinking about just keeping them in the warren.
well, another thing to mention is that there's trees, squirrels live in trees. So there's a possibility of the warrens getting too small. We could expand the community. We could live harmoniously with each other at certain trees and expand the empire.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
so,
my thought was.
so the other part of that, Eric, is that when I'm saying this, like if they're gonna do this, that's how you get it to happen. Is like a mutually assured destruction scenario, where yeah, you look over their food supply, but they have some hold over you as well. That's the only way you're gonna get the all of the squirrels here to trust you.
That makes sense.
Is to like
Wow.
bind yourselves together in an unbreakable chain.
Much like they're good fighters, they're good at seeing threats. You know, if they're up in a tree, they'd be able to spot any type of predator coming and quickly warn us. So there's a protection deal coming in. Is that, you know, rabbits we don't really fight, but they can. We survive
Price,
by
what are you
hiding,
thinking?
but that won't last us a year.
What are you thinking? What can we do to ensure that we get the cooperation from the squirrels? What do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. I sort of like that whole idea of like symbiotic co-op of um beneficial agreements. So like we have like maybe I don't know. We also could also have like each person have their own like sort of ambassador, like someone that comes and like visits each year,
Yeah.
so that like
How
someone
about
that maybe a bunny that knows how to climb up trees could be your guys' ambassador, while they have a squirrel that is good with being that's not claustrophobic underground.
why don't I just ask Haz or Haz
Oh.
about what is it that you need or
So
you
it's
require?
like we are speaking frankly with each other. What do I need? I
Yes.
need my mate to stop running around with the younger squirrels. I need my children to actually listen to me. I need enough food to get through the winter for my people and maybe a little extra to make sure we can feed the children. I need calm days. I need the wind to blow less coldly. That is what I
So
need. And you know what I really don't need? Is a little red freak running around eating our children, finding the slow and weak.
So I actually have a really cool thing that we could do here with you, Eric. Is
Okay.
If we wanted to do like, I want to take give aid action to use storytelling. But you're not telling a story of the past. You're telling a story of the future of a world in which squirrels and rabbits could live harmoniously.
Like a better tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
that's
like
pretty
I
cool.
can fill in parts and you can do parts and that type of stuff.
Okay. So like yeah, then I probably like start the pitch, like the music changes to like some like uplifting part of the scene. And it's like,
Oh, of course,
what if
it's the community speech theme, right? It's
yeah,
literally the winger speech is about to hit
yeah.
us.
So it's like, what if we could achieve this? What if because those goals are exactly what us rabbits want as well. We too are plagued by the red menace. What if
What if
uh,
there was a world in which we both live together?
with
And
squirrel and rabbit live side by side in peace and harmony? Uh, what if I was to tell you that's achievable?
Our burrows, our burrows could be dens. We could store food. We could help plant it. The squirrels themselves could help get us food. They could be mighty warriors and scouts afar.
So, I guess
Swargula just put the winger speech in there for the Shark Week speech.
so. Like, what if, um, basically, I want to get him to like us. I don't know. Like our us rabbits. We're very good at remembering. We tell stories about everything from generations to generations. We can help you remember where your acorns are. And you can help us by defeating the fox. And then our food supplies are different. We don't fight over the same food. You can continue doing as you do. We will continue as we do, living harmoniously, without fear.
I
What do you
wish I
say?
had some uplifting music right now. It would be amazing, but I don't know that they have any on tabletop audio.
That's fine.
Oh, it's so yeah. I think we need to make. I don't know if help is a role. Is it a role? Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
there's helper in there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's make the help role, and then let's do like a storyteller.
Was it shrewd?
Yeah, it's gonna be shrewd. But when you help, do you roll anything?
Yeah,
Roll
when
and
another
add
player's
whatever
rabbit.
stat seems appropriate. Yeah, I think shrewdness is definitely gonna be what applies here. Okay.
Do I get a +1 to that?
It's a partial, so you add +1, but your fate is now tied to theirs. So yeah. Okay.
9.
All right. So let's figure out what a, and is that with the bonus?
Yes.
Okay. What is a 7 to 9? They'll do as you ask, provided you meet one of their demands now. Interesting. So can we like lay out what the situation is exactly? It's you will store their food supply for it and dole it out to them as appropriate, so that they don't. So like squirrels often gather like 4 or 5 times as many acorns as they need
We
because
could
they lose most of them because they
We,
forget.
I think what it is that we're offering to help with storing them. Like,
yeah.
we could dig just a hole near the burrow that is inconsequential to where we're living, just to store
Yes.
a bunch of them, cover it over, and then it's good for winter, and then we can go and get it. We can retrieve it for them. We could do that, and then, maybe hopefully in the future there could be squirrels in our tree, and that we could be having burrows at theirs, and then, we could make this like little different communities type part thing going on. But that's far in the future. For now, it's we help store with food, they help scout out dangers, and help us with the foods that we need that are usually up in trees.
Yeah. Um. I was thinking just to build on that a little bit. I was thinking that we would help them by just telling them where they buried stuff. Not so much as actually physically being responsible for storing it.
Okay.
I feel like
Interesting.
they'll be more on board with that than us holding all of their food hostage.
We are really
Right.
good diggers.
Yeah, so I mean I don't see what they're demanding at what they're getting out of this, right? Like you're literally only storing their food for them and that's it, right?
They're getting food to us so we can store it in safe places so they don't have
Right.
to deal with the hassle of dogs running about and that type of stuff.
Yeah,
They don't have to
okay.
plant it in little hidey holes all over the place and then lose like 30% of it once the
Yeah,
wind
so
comes.
yeah, their immediate demand is he's just like, I could agree to this plan, and I'm sure my people could agree if you were to demonstrate here and now that you are capable of building such burrows that could store our acorns over the winter. And so I must respectfully request and require of you that you build such a burrow right here. Show us your skills. Show me your moves.
Okay?
Yeah, very well.
Perhaps a particularly strong rabbit like Patches could do this. He seems like with those large hind legs, he'd be capable of digging quite quickly.
And I want to save face, and I actually put a. I think this might be a good job for Charleston Chew.
Oh, you think that the little one can do this? And
Correct.
Charleston Chew is just like, Saffron, are you sure that? I mean, I've never had to build an entire burrow by myself. You know, I've just done like small tunnels with everyone else.
That's fine. Uh, no, you can. You don't have to dig that far. Trust me.
And so, yeah, like Charleston Chew looks over at Alton and is like, "Are you sure?"
If need be, I can help. We don't usually dig burrows alone.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
The
If
two
you
of
were
us
to help me
together.
out, that would be good.
Cool.
All right, excellent. So yeah, Charleston Chew goes down there and gets started digging, but it's like painfully bad. He's super slow at it. So
Well, do I
Alton,
need to roll to like aid him?
yeah, you're gonna have to roll to do all the digging yourself, basically.
Okie dokie.
So the dig move is plus strong.
Yeah. Let me make sure that's correct. Yep. Cool. No.
Okay, so yeah, it's like this really pathetic effort by you and Charleston Chew, where yeah, you get like a hole dug out, but the entirety of the Squirrel Legion is watching all of you, and like Saffron
Yeah.
and Patches is watching you, and
Yeah, it's high pressure.
yeah, I think you're gonna get an added level to your panic right here, Alfin,
Okay.
as you don't get it done.
Do we do just like an extended action to try again?
No,
of
I
us?
mean the situation has to change to try again. Yeah, so there's some hushed conversation, and you can see Ha like climb up the side of the tree with his giant bushy tail, and is speaking with various people at every level of branch as he goes to all the squirrels. So, what are your thoughts as you're like, sitting down here, and all these squirrels are looking down upon you and speaking their snooty? I cannot believe they can't even. I thought that was the whole point of this alliance, and now they can't even dig. And the second one's like, why isn't the big one digging? He has enormous, mighty thews.
Do they say that? They actually say that out loud?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're all talking to each other, but they're purposely angling their voices to the ground so that all of you can hear it.
Alton is not the type of person, like, it might be panic, but it's probably for other reasons. He's not going to be phased by them.
Yeah.
So I mean, the panic is coming from your failure, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. The whole deal's relying on this, and Charles
Well,
Chew
no,
is
actually-
not doing anything!
Actually, it's going to be slightly that, but it's also going to be thinking, I'm going to say it, as he starts digging, and this he's like, it seems like it's going well, and then he just kind of fades off, thinking about what it is that Odin wants of him.
Oh, yeah, you're like, oh shit, I gotta deal with Odin when I get back.
And Pat just sort of stands up on his hind legs as best he can. It's like, hey you, yep. Do not make
Yes?
fun of, don't make fun of us. My sister is gonna be the biggest and strongest of all of us. She is the best rabbit in this whole region. She will lead everyone to a straight path, and she will single-handedly defeat the fox.
So,
You should follow her. And then he's gonna speak. He's gonna be doing a like power
Speaking
speak
plainly.
plainly.
yep. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, so I think this is the squirrel that wore the beret before. Is the one that's heckling you right now, and he undoffs his
Of course
beret.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and he is like, "Excuse me, young rabbit. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jacques. I'm the wing commander here, and I must say, Your claims that your sister here would be so very important. Well, why is a rabbit with your size legs not the one digging? I must ask. You know, you do not seem to be, how is it the cows say, pulling the weight? You want us to leave you alone, but we want you to actually do your job. Why don't you dig for us? And that's the demand he's making of you. Is as part of the Speak Plainly, he'll do what you ask as long as you actually do the digging.
Are you going to
Um,
explain why you can't dig?
Well, no. Actually, technically, it says you technically don't lose the action, but you automatically fail anytime you try to do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
So yeah, he's like, he'll like, um, well, that's because the reason I was I can't dig is because I was I was severely injured when I was protecting my friends and stuff from the little so-called delivery that you gave as you headbutted me off the tree.
Oh, that was you! Ah, I should have recognized. Your climbing ability is unparalleled. Very well, then. How about you, Saffron? You who would be so strong, so important. Why don't you dig the barrow for us? Show us your skill, huh? And like all the squirrels are turning and are all looking at you now, and so it's like
Yeah.
dozens of tiny beady eyes staring at you from above, where the sunlight is streaming down God rays style
Nope.
through the tree.
Nope.
Did you just roll 4?
Yep.
All right, I want to know what it looks like when you try to burrow. Then.
I think I try to improve on Charleston Chew's burrow, but it just like collapses on me.
Okay, yeah. I feel like you're gonna take a scar then.
That's fine. I'm gonna blame that's the ground here.
You're gonna blame the ground.
Yeah. It's too
Okay.
soft.
And
There's
what's
not enough roots. The roots are too deep. It doesn't hold the ground here well enough to build. So scar means I lose
you
an
lose a
ability.
move? Yep.
Um, can I lose a special move?
I think so. Yes.
I'll lose compete.
You can also lose those character moves that you've been picking up.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose compete.
Okay. All right. You can never compete again. Well, you
We did
can,
get an
but you
extra one.
always lose.
We didn't get an extra one, did we? And
You
I don't
did
even
at the end
remember
of
if I
last
took-
session.
Oh, I didn't take
You
either.
should have 2 character moves right now.
I should probably look at picking up 2 of them because I don't think I chose one at the very
You
beginning.
should have had one. I mean, you do
I know,
have
but I
one,
don't
right?
think
You started with one in the
I never
first
chose
session.
one. I
Oh.
never chose one because I couldn't decide on one. So I was just like, roll whatever.
Well, you should have. Everyone should have 2 character moves now, right? Like Eric,
Yes. Yeah.
Tice. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Storyteller and Swift Runner.
So you can't take ones that anyone has already picked. That's the deal. But yeah, you can pick up special moves and tell us how you've learned them. I could have sworn you had at least one that was related to you, like being from afar, and like knowing.
There might
stuff.
have been one. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I was
Yeah.
trying to look for it, but I can't find it.
No, you did. You have knowledge of life and death or something like that.
Circles of Life, I think it was. Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have something. Yeah, you choose an animal type
But you can't do that again. You can't do that anymore.
when you
thought I
first
got
use the
scarred
move.
out.
Right? Yeah, you definitely had circles of life.
Yeah. So
and you
it's
now have
the
another
Odin.
one you can pick.
Yeah, so I had Circles of Life. Okay.
Okay. You let us know what your new pick is, and
I think I know what it's going to be.
okay, what is it?
Leader of Rabbits.
Okay, tell us about that.
I'm just going to say it's just like popped up again and again, where he's good at going forward and helping what he can. I actually wouldn't mind changing that to be Leader of Animals because he's negotiating with others and that's kind of fitting his style. And hopefully maybe this is the moment that it happens, where he says that, it's a combined effort, where it's, one rabbit does not dig an entire burrow, and that it's a combined effort of multiple, and then like hopefully the three of us together can build one that is fairly satisfying, especially under my direction. I don't know if that would
Interesting.
work for you or not.
No, it works good.
Cool.
Yeah, there's like this shining moment, and we get your like winger, just winger speech after winger speech, where you're like, you know how camera work can make things. You see someone in the background of a scene, and the camera is clearly pointed at them, even though they're in the background, and you know that later on it's gonna be like, oh yeah, of course that person was in a background character and is definitely joining the show as a permanent member of the cast. I think that's what's happening to Althan right now. Is like he's behind Saffron, but the camera's like concentrating on him and just focuses, and he's just like, yes, I can lead this. I can just tell them we work together. And so Jacques is like, oh, I see. So you are still incapable of building the burrows that we request.
No, we can. I assure you, we can build them. They're just
Well,
not here.
I'm gonna say as you turn to go back, I'm just going to say I'm gonna like look around, maybe pay attention, real quick.
Okay, all right.
That's shrewd.
Yep, we go into slow mo.
I don't think I get anything with a 5, do I?
Not with a 5. Is there a specific thing on the fail for pay attention?
I'm not sure.
On a 6 minus, hold 1, but you open yourself up to danger. Perfect. Sounds great to me.
So I get to hold 1 going forward.
Yep.
And I get to add that to any roll that I choose.
No. You get to ask a question because you're paying attention, right?
Okay. What is the best ground?
I mean,
To dig
so
in.
there's a specific list of questions for pay attention.
It's what page is it on?
It's on the character sheet. If you have that. I think someone put the questions in Skype as well. If you have that. Yep, there it is.
There we go.
Dice has got it. So what do you want
How
to know?
could I get the best ground nearby to dig a burrow in?
Okay, interesting. The answer to that is, the best ground to dig a burrow nearby would be almost directly between your warren and the tree that you're currently at, like the tree that the Squirrel Legion base out of. There's this really like wonderful ground, but no one can ever start burrowing there because there's a pit of snakes nearby. But if someone could clear those snakes out, that ground is like premium, rich, nutrient-filled, dark earth, great for burrowing through, but strong enough to withstand the test of time.
But there's no real good ground here to dig in.
Not particularly close. It's not that the ground here isn't good. It's just that there's all these tree roots messing it up. The soil's thin and crappy. You know.
Well, would there not be a place where the roots would be fortuitous to structure?
Maybe, but I
Because
think
these are birch trees, so they have the very large roots.
Right, but you were asking specifically where's the best earth at, and that's where
Okay.
the best earth is at.
Okay,
In a
that's
dangerous
understandable.
no man land filled with snakes.
Yeah, not doing that. I'd probably look around to where the roots are and to where they dissipate slightly. So not at the very base of the tree like we're used to, but a little bit further out.
Yep.
So it's not going to be a area where nutrients are being sucked so much out of the dirt.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm going to use the leader of rabbits to direct, like cutting into like them bantering to each other. Saffron and Dig here,
So
what's his name?
I wanna.
Crunchy Bottom?
Patches?
Jock.
Oh,
Jock.
No. A little one. Little rabbit.
Oh.
Charleston Chew.
Charleston Chew. Like Saffron. Dig here for about this much. Charleston Chew, do this to help out, clear away this rubble, that type of stuff. So you take a +1 for the roll.
So
or hold one going
I
forward.
want to point out, digging the hole is to prove your worth as a leader, Saffron, and you're doing it by taking orders from Alfin. Right? Because they're like, oh, you must dig this hole to prove it. And your brother Patches is all like, yeah, she's the best ever. She's going to be the greatest leader. And then Alfin's like, dig the hole.
He's not going to be like that direct. He's going to be like, we should dig here.
Right.
We should
but
do so together.
It's obvious that
Yeah.
you're leading the effort. I mean, there's no mechanical. It's just like a narrative thing that I think is
Yeah.
weird to look at. All right. Yeah. You have a +1 if you want to try again in a new location, Saffron. I think
Okay.
while you're doing it, Jacques is like, "Oh, look at the little rabbits! They're trying again. Ho ho ho! Let us all jest towards them and flap our wings."
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Can we also get a roll for Charleston Chew?
I mean, Charleston Chu's an NPC. He doesn't roll.
Okay. I guess however you direct mine.
It's Apocalypse World. I don't roll dice. That's not a thing that I do.
Okay. Did you want me to roll as well in the aiding of this effort?
doesn't matter, I
you
roll.
don't. You can aid if you want to, but I think Saffron's already got it on lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
locked it down.
Yeah. You dig an entire warren, right? Like that's
Yeah.
how you scratch out a simple burrow. So yeah, you've got this sweet hole. And maybe Charleston Chew with his tiny little legs like specifically sits down and then like digs a little divot out in the earth that you can just fit an acorn in your burrow. So it's like a carton of eggs but for acorns, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he like specifically has like little spots you can hold acorns in. So he makes rows and rows of these in your burrow. And Jacques and Ha
I just
come
wanted
down.
to. I just wanted to be specific that Alton is also helping with this. It's like the three
Okay,
of us working
yeah.
together to get this burrow fleshed out. But the amazing digging is Saffron's.
Jacques and Ha come down, and Ha is like, "So, Jacques, are you satisfied? It seems that they have done the job well. I would hide acorns in here." And Jacques is like, whatever. Sasha is a good leader. I trust him to do the job. But if these impudent rabbits can get us more food, they have demonstrated their skill. Except that one over there.
We're with this. He's gonna take a. If you want me to do speak plainly, I can. But I just wanted to say this for effect.
Okay?
Is that you see, this is what the power of camaraderie can do. You saw, I was horrible at digging. She was horrible at digging. So was Charleston Chew. But together we were able to do things. Much like together with you, we could do a lot of great things.
All right. I need you to roll, but specifically because this is directed at Jacques. Right? And Jacques kind of...
Both of them. It's not to convince him. It's just, well, I mean, it's slightly to convince him, but just more or less say that friendship. Is
Right. So,
good.
again, like, Jacques is the one you need to convince here.
Okay. So roll shrewd.
Yep.
6, probably not.
So, yeah, so I think in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, it's like Jacques will remember this insult as he storms away, and is like, "I know how teamwork is. I'm the wing leader." And yeah, in response, Ha is like, "Well, that was not great. That could have gone a little bit more diplomatically, Alcin, but sure. We have a deal. You tell us the time and place that you wish to trap the fiend menace Sasha, and I will call him to a leader at that location. A meeting at that location. You are sure you can lure the dog Peaches to this place?
I'm thinking we both could.
You must lure the dog to this location. I will deal with getting Sasha there."
We'll see what we can do.
Very well, then. I look forward to the partnership between our two people.
Cool shit.
Excellent. All right. Can we have like a montage of Saffron, Alfin, and Patches hopping back to the Warren as the sun sets, getting in just before dark?
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
All right. And maybe like as you're getting into the Warren, you hear the most terrifying noise you've ever heard. Woohoo! Woohoo! A faint hooting in the distance.
What? Do we know what an owl is?
Yeah, everyone
Okay.
knows what an owl is. So
Okay.
there's a local owl in the area. It's been some summers since she's been seen, but her name is She Waits.
What do we know about this owl?
She's very efficient. She hunts at the edge of the forest and respects only the courageous and eats all others.
Oh, shit.
Why is she at the willow tree then?
She's, I mean, that's the thing. She is a ways away from you. You're just hearing her hooting from a distance.
Well, let's
She's
get
not
down.
at the tree, but she's back.
You should let it go down to, or we should just, I don't know, ignore it and go down and finish our mission.
You're saying
If I
that
hear that and they go down, I would probably speak with the crows.
Okay. The ravens aren't there, right?
Oh, they're not
you
there at
look
the
up to
moment?
the tree and the ravens are not there.
Well, no, it's just been in spectacular fashion. Every time that I go to the tree, there's a thunderstorm and they come down. Like I'm speaking with some otherworldly ravens.
I mean, are you calling out for Odin? I mean, yeah. If we
I'll
want to
see
keep
if
it
he's
alive, sure, yeah.
I'll see if he's there.
You call out for Odin, and
Maybe
then
Thuman and Uman are just circling around in the distance.
yeah, like after a few seconds, you hear the flap of wings, and like Odin lands, and it's just like, I heard your call. I was at the orange grove, working with my people on the wood that you got us. What is it that you need, Althin?
She waits us back.
Yes, I am aware.
I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
Althin, if you know that the owl is back, it's time to call in my favor.
I presumed as much.
Althin, in recent years, many have sacrificed much to Sasha to keep him appeased, but he was only able to move in because She Waits was gone, and he got the idea of blood sacrifice from her. Someone must be given to She Waits. That is my favor. Rather than give up one of my ravens, I have promised her one of your rabbits.
I
You
understand.
must pick one and leave them at the edge of the forest.
Oh, fudge.
When does this need to take place?
Soon.
I understand, good friend. I'll speak with you again.
Will you? Very well, then. I had thought perhaps you might pick yourself, which would be a sad situation.
And then
If we
there's
will
just
speak again, then that is good.
there's silence as he goes into the burrow.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so you guys tell me what's the next scene here.
Well, they
I don't
go
know.
into
Do you tell us what's going to happen, Alvin?
Althin is mysterious, and he moves in mysterious ways, tells you nothing.
Yeah. So, I mean, then I wouldn't expect anything like this to happen. So I think we go tell the general that about the stuff with the squirrels, right?
Emperor
Mhm.
Major Hip Hop.
Yeah, major hip hop.
Yeah, so he's just like, oh, yes, well, I see. I've come back very quickly then. You've done what? What now? What?
Do you want us to narrate it, or do you just want to?
No. But he's just like, what? Yes, right, excellent. Well, all right then. Well, it would seem that we need to get digging then. Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Indeed.
And another important feature is deciding when we should strike at Sasha. The plan is that they lure Sasha, we lure the dog.
Well, I don't have any experience at dog baiting. I will leave that to the estimable Patches or Saffron, whichever one of you. Just old memories just going. Was it you, Althin?
It was Saffron.
Ah, okay, yes. Well, All right. So he like goes to the table and uses his carrot to like push pebbles around, and is like, "So, Saffron will lure the dog to where?"
That is what we need to arrange.
Ah, yes. Okay. Ah, did you hear that the owl is back?
Yes.
I've heard that an owl terrifies these parts of the woods. It's simply incredible that you would allow an owl to live. In my day, we rabbits banded together, 50 of us, and we fought an owl at the Battle of the Bear Creek. It was a glorious, glorious battle. Almost all the lives were lost, but eventually the bear came outside to see what all the splashing was, and gave that owl a great swat. It was my first skirmish, and I allowed it to shape me forever. Sacrifices must be made.
Yes, I understand that very well.
Yeah, Pat just like looks a little bit like a little dumb. And I'm not afraid of no stupid owl.
Of course not, my boy. Of course not. Well then, why don't you figure out where it is exactly you wish to,
So there's probably going to be some inner working between the two parties. So if we want to like 80s montage, everyone
Yeah.
working together,
Yeah.
like emissaries going back and forth, or maybe the scrolls come and
Digging
meet
and yeah,
war planning, digging up holds for nuts, all that other type of
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, we can do any number of scenes you want to, but to move forward, I just need one question answered. Where do we meet the dog?
So it's going to have to be somewhere close to the orange
Citrus
field.
fields, right? Yeah.
So it's going to be, I'd imagine somewhere near there. We could probably lure Sasha out by the squirrels informing Sasha that
I see these 80 montage of like uh, Sparks like digging something up, and like Jock coming over and being like, and then they like do a fist bump action type thing because it's the 80s.
yeah, or like
Okay, I'm sorry,
you,
I
you
had
get
to-
you get you get Haw and what is it Hip Hop talking to each other, and then they do that both slow turn towards the camera as it like zooms out of the tunnel, and there's just like some awesome synth metal going on in the background.
Sure,
Yeah. I like for as a suggestion. I almost feel like that maybe the bunnies or the rabbits they we pick a place where we just burrow all around the area so that when like if it, like so up top it's like physically unstable, so when something like let's say a dog and a fox run over it, it collapses and they both fall into the pit together.
What did I do?
Okay, so you're like preparing an area specifically. So, I mean, that's a huge undertaking to like that would almost certainly evolve around a role, right? And probably be
massive
something you have to.
undertaking.
I think you probably have to innovate it, like making a trap or something, right?
Well, if
Yeah.
anything, well, true, but this wouldn't be done by so much our people. It'd be more of a combined effort. So if you wanted to take in the fact of leadership that I took, we could go that route.
Sure, but this is Patch's idea. He literally just came up with it, right?
Okay.
I feel like Patches should be the one making the innovate roll. Alfin can add a +1 for commanding him to just be like, come up with something cool.
I thought we were just gonna bait him like we did last time.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I thought. But now it sounds like we're doing.
Like Patches wants to make. A
Okay,
legitimate
so let's
trap.
put it this way: Patches, if you want to implement this plan, you're gonna have to invent the move first.
Yeah.
Is
'Cause,
that
like-
something you want to do?
In order to
Yeah.
make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because like well
Thanks, Carl Sagan.
yeah, I won't be able to
Sagan
input
Varys.
this plan. I won't be able to input this plan because I used to be a digger in my days, but now I'm just a hardened.
I put that life
Fighter.
behind me. I'm retired, Mr. President.
No one ever retired.
God damn it, they have my daughter.
I try to go out, but they keep pulling me back. Wow, this has turned into basically the Warren 80s edition.
Well,
Okay, well, it looks like you've invented a move, and I think it's plus strong. So, yeah, let's talk about it. You innovate. On a 10 plus, it is now a move where you dig a pit that a threat can fall into. So dig a pit. A 10
It's really
plus.
more like digging a series of tunnels so that the earth isn't stabilized, so anything heavy just.
Yeah, a threat. The threat is neutralized by the tunnel collapse. I think on a 7 to 9, I think probably man, how like I want it to be like yes, it will collapse, but someone's going to have to be there to do it, right? Like if it was D&D, I'd be like, yeah, they got to stand at the lever and pull it to release the release the trap or cause the fortress's shield wall to come down or something. How we do with this with like oh, maybe there's like some sort of like keystone that's like keeping, some sort of construction, right? Like a root that's keeping everything in place, and if someone kicks it out, the whole thing falls down.
It's not
Yeah.
really. I mean, it's up to taste, but the way I was imagining it is, it's just a series of tunnels to make the ground unstable, so
Right.
that
But
when
what's
something
the
heavier than a small,
right, what's the midway move in that? Like, yeah, on a 10 plus, the tunnels collapse. On a 7 to 9, what happens then? Like, what is the threat?
You're trapped in it with them.
Ooh, I like that one. Yep.
It works, but you're at risk too. Right?
Yeah, you are at risk as well. So yeah, we could have a situation where someone who digs this trap out ends up at the bottom of the pit with Peaches and Sasha. And on a 6 minus, I'll just leave that to fate. Sure. So here's dig a pit. So yeah, we've invented the art of pit digging as a alternative to luring the dog and Sasha together. I mean, obviously you're still going to have to lure Sasha to this site. Does someone want to dig this? And it's plus strong.
Well, again, it's going to be probably more
Not
of a
me.
combined effort.
And technically, Patches, you can do this move because it's not digging a tunnel. It's laying a pit trap.
And if you want, we could do like it's a combined effort, but you're the one who's leading it, and then I
Yeah,
help with
you can-
organizing. So leader of rabbits,
You
take
can
plus
lead
one
her,
roll.
and Saffron can aid if you want. And we could go that would be like all in, like the entire community pitches in to help.
Or you mean patches in?
Yes, the entire community patches in. This game brings out the worst in people. Yeah, okay. Is this something you want to do?
I'm okay with this.
All right. Saffron, do you want to help?
No.
Okay. Can I ask why?
Afraid of failing. Mostly.
Okay. All right. So Althan commands Patches to do it.
I think, because I think I'm gonna be responsible for luring the dog to the trap.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I
because
don't wanna
the thing is that it's not only leading the fox in there, but if the fox and the dog are fall in this trap, they're stuck together in a spot, and neither of them can run away.
Right. Yeah. So Patches, it sounds like you're making this roll with a +1 because you've got the whole community helping out, and Althan's like supervising construction, making sure that you don't prematurely collapse the tunnels. Don't fail, buddy. All right. So when the moment comes, when this trap is sprung, Patches is going to get caught in it.
But I won't tell anyone about it. I'll just be like,
Yeah.
don't worry about this.
You know that in order to get this to work, an extremely powerful thump is going to be needed in the area, maybe.
Yeah. It's like just like there's a little bit bushes in the area, like they don't really see it, but like I'm planning to hide in the bushes so that when I have to, I'll jump out and I'll just give it the ground big pound as the pounder right beside me.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
that'll be a fun moment for like Eric, just like sees Patches jump out of the bushes somewhere.
Okay. So, back on the plan of luring the dogs. I feel like Saffron's kind of front and center on that one.
Correct.
What's the deal there? And again, don't let me force you guys down any paths. If you guys want to like talk to people in the Warren or get advice, certainly go ahead.
No, I think I'm gonna do what I did last time. I think I'm just gonna go and basically just get the dog's attention and kind of zigzag them through fields back to the trap. You know,
Okay, so the area you want to lure Sasha and the
So-
dog to is near this
Oh,
trap. Okay.
I assume that there's like a massive field, and that's where we're digging this thing, and it's somewhere near the
Okay.
orange. Yeah, it's a field of tall grass.
All
'Cause
right.
that's the field next to the orange groves, and that's where we're going to be doing our. And I assume the dog's gonna be somewhere in the orange groves, so I'm gonna get him and bringing him to the trap.
Excellent. Yeah. Are we ready to go then?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm doing this.
Alton? This is like the Commander Shepard scene where it's like, "Are you ready to proceed? You can't do anything else after this. This is
I'm
your
in.
citadel."
I got the roll macro set up. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Patches, you
I'm
ready to
fine with
move?
it.
You ready to move into endgame then?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm fast enough to. I'm not worried about it.
Could we
Uh,
actually
So
have
at
like a
Chipping
meet
It,
and
I
greet?
want to remind you at the end of every episode, you do get a new move. So is that the one you're thinking of taking at the end of this episode?
I'm thinking of going that way. Do you like my art direction?
I do. I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. But I was gonna ask, could we do like a huddle, like possibly with the squirrels, with anybody who's gonna be a part of it, like Saffron, Patches, so on and
Okay.
so forth,
Saffron Patches, Althin, you want
and the squirrels, and then whoever else who might
yeah,
be a part
Hawes
of this, and getting the dog there and everything, and just see if I can't do kind of like a leadership pep talk to give them that +1 forward for when they do this act the next day or whatever.
Okay.
Like
This
inspiring
is
words.
yeah. Is this going to be like our? This is going to be our Independence Day.
Kind of. It is kind of we're breaching on the banks of D-Day at the moment.
I would love it if Althin had a carrot in his mouth while he was doing this too. And maybe there's like an overlay of some speech. Like the words he's saying are the exact same words that Emperor Major Hip Hop said in some previous speech in his life. Yeah.
Kind of like
I don't
a mix
know.
between the
I
two.
would love the idea of you just like becoming him slowly.
Well, no, or even like, so I'm gonna put it in here, like
No,
possibly
it's the thing from the movie Independence Day, when it's like in less than whatever
In less
you
than
know
12 hours.
rabbit kind, right? Like it's something it's like rabbit kind is going to be whatever today we celebrate American Independence Day, but no, today we celebrate our Independence Day, right?
Yeah.
Like rabbits and squirrels
yeah.
together.
Yeah. So yeah, Eric, you're Jeff Goldblum.
in
No,
this
that's the
world,
president. It's the president who does that speech.
Yep.
Oh, no. Yeah, Chippin' It is the president.
Oh.
in this world, we face many threats, one and all to us. Tomorrow, we shall face one of the biggest, the Red Menace. With the work that we've put forward on each parties together, if the plan goes off without a hitch, we will be looking forward to a very bright future with each other. This is our day. Tomorrow is our day, and the rest of the time will be for both Rabbit and Squirtlekind.
Okay. Maybe Ha is like, yes. This is the kind of inspiring rhetoric that my troops need to hear. I am going to steal your speech and tell it to them. I hope you don't mind. And he starts running up the side of the tree so he can go fly back to his people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's one moment I want before that I want. It's just between Patches and Saffron is like sort of hops up to you. And he's like, It's like, so yeah, this is the time we're going to finally get rid of the Red Menace, and I'm a little bit nervous. There's the only thing I want to know, sister, is that you stay safe, and if anything happens, make sure that Scarlet is safe as well. And he like sort of gives you a bit of a rabbit hug.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. We'll both get out of this.
Oh shit! The best thing came on, Eric. If you wanted more hype music, for kind of like tension leading up, 80s synth rock, whatever. I've just been
Oh.
jamming out to 80s music this entire time, man.
Okay, all right, sure. So, I mean, this is it, Saffron. This is your moment. The entire plan hitches on you leading the dog to the meeting. And so maybe in,
Don't worry.
in traditional fantasy background, maybe we see Ah talking to Sasha near where the trap is, and he's just like, "So, how is it going? I believe you had something you wanted me to. You know what? It's like Metal Gear Solid, where you can just listen into the guard speech. It's like that. We get like the above look, and then it's Saffron looking down on the meeting area from like the top of a grassy knoll. And yeah, Emperor Major Hip Hop is like, "All right then, Saffron. The entire plan now revolves around your ability to get that dog over to Sasha, and then lure them both next to Patches, where he will do the mighty thump and drop them all into a pit. Young lady, are you up for this?
More than ready.
Excellent. Your mother has said very good things to say about you in between our exercise routines.
It's so weird.
I want you to know, after I leave, your mother intends to give up her title and make you the new leader of the Willow Tree. Not
I
to
know.
put more pressure on your shoulders, but this is it.
I'm ready.
All right.
Roll.
Yeah. I think so. I think specifically, we're looking out over the crowd of like rabbits here, and like Saffron is ready, or Patches is ready, but no one sees Althin anywhere. Like you like zoom the camera over the area, and no one sees Althin's specific coloration.
Okay.
And yeah, like all the rabbits are like huddled nervously, waiting for you to get started, Saffron.
So I did. I rolled a 6, but I have Swift Runner, which means I treat a 6 as a roll of a 7 and 9.
Okay, all right. And so,
So-
you're bolting.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you want to do when you're bolting.
It takes me much closer than I care for. I'll take the extra panic.
All right. Yeah, and when you're there, I think you're gonna have to also resist panic, because yeah, you get to the dog, and the dog is following you. He's like, "Hey, stop right there immediately! Cease and desist! Put your hands down, put your paws down, citizen! Stop moving!" Yeah, and he's like running towards you, and now you're darting towards Sasha, and you're resisting panic.
I
On
got
a
a 7.
and 9, you keep it together, but you take an extra panic.
Okay.
How close are you to breaking?
I'm 1 away.
Oh, so you're like freaking out right now. Yeah, you tell me what it looks like as you lead the two of them towards the pit zone, right?
Well, I mean, it all comes down to this, right? So there's no stopping now. My heart is racing. So we imagine the camera kind of like pans over the orange groves, right? And like between like one of the sets of trees, like it's a very ordered row, right? And we see like the back of Saffron with her ears sticking up, and like one of them's like twitching, and then like behind it you see like the giant silhouette of the dog, like in the distance. And then you hear like the hey you, and it all comes down to this, right? And she like swallows her her gut for one more time, and it's like and like kind of like does like a little like stretch thing, and it's like okay, and then like just like bolts, and then you see like the dog like trying to catch up to her, and they're zigzagging through through the high grass, like super like darting back and forth, doing like the zigzagging thing all the way to the trap. I think when we get to the trap, uh, I know I'm supposed to jump over it, and so like I do like a jump over it, and like while I'm jumping over it, like my eyes like match Patches.
And
Right.
that's when
As like I'm
Patches
doing it,
lifts.
I'm like smiling and like breathing really heavy, like like I'm doing it. Um,
So you go zooming past, and the camera stays on Patches, and like
yeah, totally,
maybe we
totally.
see a single tear drop from Patches'
Yeah,
eye.
because this is all happening, and I don't know that he's going to do this, right? Like I don't know that he knows that he's like doing this, right? So
So
like I'm thinking I'm so happy right now, but yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Sasha's right behind you, and then Patches slams his foot down, and the ground just Patches is falling forward, and like Sasha goes to like keep running, and it's like air running right until he slams his snout right into the side of the tunnels, and boom. And then the dog's right behind him and like falls on top of him and is like licking him and like grabbing him behind the ears, and Patches is rolling around down there. Patches, what are you doing? Like, you're down here. Sasha is like clawing the shit out of this dog. The dog is like, "Hey, stop right there! Stop resisting arrest!" And you're like stuck here. There's no way out. I mean, it was designed that there's no way out. And you're at the bottom of the pit with them now.
Um, he will like he's quite a bit nervous now, but yeah, he's going to like with the fox distracted by the sort of dog. He's just going to he's gonna try to sort of aid the dog. He's gonna like just do a big power like smack against one of the fox's legs to hinder it.
Okay, interesting. I don't know that you can directly attack. I think in the
No,
rule
I was doing
books,
I think there was a hinder.
yeah, there is. Okay. Let's see what the exact wording is. It's to help another player character's rabbit. And so there's no player character rabbits involved in this scene.
So what are you gonna do?
I love chat. Chat's like, I dig to safety. Wait, shit. That would have been a brilliant move to use right here.
Jump. Can you jump out?
His
No.
jump move. Yeah, I would let him use the jump move here. Sure.
Is that even an option?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mate.
There's not another rabbit to mate with. I mean, you could do it, but
He is called
Uh,
Humper. He could just hump the ground so much that it moves it away.
no. Nope. Nope. No.
I think you might have to bolt, but you might have to do that thing where you have to like run on the side of the walls out. You're like you have to run fast enough.
You're saying he invents rabbit parkour.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm talking about? Like you have to run up, like
Hopcore.
when we have to run around a circle to get out of it.
Hopcore, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
I'm going so hopcore right now.
I'll tell you what, yeah. I will let you use a bolt move to get out of the situation you put yourself in, but you should know the penalty for failure here is basically death.
Yeah, I feel like that because
Okay.
he already knew before that this was going to probably be very extremely deadly.
All right. Do you want to ask chat to like give you their energy to like take their collective hopes and dreams and send it toward their camera real quick? Your children could live fatherless without you, based on this role. How's Flopsy
Scarlet.
could grow up on the wrong side of town?
It's-
She could grow up a fruitless if you aren't there.
No, I'm supposed to watch out for Scarlet, right? If anything happens to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
I'm gonna
all the
just,
bad things that could happen to your children when you're not there.
I'm just gonna have to pray and like that. Hopefully, that I will be able to innovate something out of this, maybe. But every rabbit has only a couple lucky feet in their life.
Yeah, they have about 4 lucky feet. You're putting all of them at risk. You feel like you're ready? People are sending their energy.
Yeah, I'm sort of praying.
This is like some Dota 2 shit. Oh, man. After bombing every single roll today.
Oh my God, you're alive. Oh.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell us how you get out of the pit. Tell us how you get out.
This is like the feeling that I get when I'm playing Darkest Dungeon and like survive a boss fight. It's just oh my
This is
God.
like the whole thing, like I see the fox, like he's trying to get away, and he sort of gets a momentum to go up, and I sort of like get on the back of his tail, and I bounce the back of his nose so that he goes back down as he just sees my butt as I exit the pit.
Patches! Yeah, I think all we hear
And
is
that's the
like
last
one long Patches yip from him as the dog just like continues to bite him on the back of the neck. And then, then there's like a spray of blood and it stops. Excellent. We have a final scene to do here at Chip and its request.
Well, like, was that all successful?
Yeah,
Don't
it was
we-
all
don't we-
successful. The
I
fox is
think-
dead. The dog is stuck in the pit.
Yeah.
Do we want to go back to last night?
Well, I was thinking that we should do a little bit of a what is it called? I think the scene that we would do would possibly take place after the what do you call it?
The victory?
Yeah, after the victory.
Okay, so you want this to take place the night of the victory.
No, I want what happens to happen then, but I think that the victory should come before we do a flashback.
Right. You want your scene to happen after the victory.
Correct.
So the night
Yeah.
of. Okay. So yeah, you go out into the darkness of the forest alone. You spend all day traveling. Your friends were expecting you to be there, but instead you've been hopping past the snake pit and the open lakes and got to the forest as the darkness came down. Like what are your thoughts here as night falls and the stars come out?
Just hope, and I feel that with my leadership and the fruits of the new hoppers, if you will, and this new alliance that was forged, that everything will go through perfectly. I don't have any doubt in my mind that tomorrow will not be a better day. Or that tomorrow will be a better day, is the way to put
Yeah.
it.
That sounds much better.
Okay.
There's no doubt in my mind that tomorrow will be a better day.
Yep. And then out of nowhere, exploding out of the shadows, an owl with razor sharp claws is above you. You never saw her move. Just directly above you and like gets her claws around you and is like, "Hello, Althin. Good to see you again."
It's nice to see you again. Odin sent me.
Did he now? So it's you then.
It appears so.
Well, it seems we have much to do.
Why did you come back to this forest?
Why indeed. I think that's when she starts lifting off with you and her talons. And maybe like one of the talons is piercing your side slightly so that there's like a dripping of blood coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the end, right? Did anyone want to do anything else?
The way I was imagining it is just
Well-
like kind of like there's like just the scene of the two of them with the owl overhead of Althin, and then just the wings get spread and they spread up to cover the moon in the background, and then
Yeah.
the scene fades to black.
Have you ever Chip in it? Have you ever played Ori and the Blind Forest?
Oh yeah, Kuro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Is Koro.
That was what I was thinking when he did this too.
I hadn't played it. That was just me
Oh,
being
okay.
artsy.
Yeah, no, it's
I know.
awesome.
No, I'm gonna find you an art piece and link it in chat just to show
Yeah.
you.
So, as you might remember, at the beginning of every session, I need to have a stakes question as to what it is you do for this session. Last time it was what happens when a new rabbit arrives, and that was what happened when Emperor Major Hip Hop arrives. This time it is what happens when when a rabbit's station in the Warren changes, and that was Saffron's station. Like what happens when she gets moved up? And I feel like we've answered that question.
I think, yeah. So I'm ruling the Warren. Fuck.
So, for those of you wondering,
Awesome.
Alfin's actually not dead. Do you want to explain why, Chip?
I took the feat marked by the black rabbit.
Which lets you do what?
I can read it verbatim.
Yes.
I was hoping for that to be more of a, oh, he's back. But when others presume you dead, you're not. Return injured but alive at some time later with an incredible story. Then cross off this move.
So, if we have another session, you got a new move and you immediately spend it.
Well,
Yes,
thought
I know
it was
you were
good for
waiting for
storytelling.
I know you were waiting for a dramatic reveal, but I'm here to destroy all happiness in everyone's heart. All happiness. I think did we lose Tice?
No,
Man,
Tice
he
is
got
there.
washed out.
Well,
I think he
I
looks
get
like
my
the
my
original
next
Zelda
one.
right now level of graphics.
Nope, there he goes.
There we go. All right, yeah. Happiness
That's stuck in the
destroyed.
cave.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about this episode. I was a little worried, like towards the middle there, especially with the scroll negotiation. I was like, uh-oh. I don't know that we've got everybody invested in this game, but I feel like the ending kind
That
of
was
pulled
my
it together.
Yeah, that was my big concern. I didn't. It was so long since we played again. I wasn't sure what was at stake. I had issues with the negotiation coming up with a stake for it.
Yeah.
That's why I had to reach out. So I want to thank Chip and Tyson for helping me out, and you obviously, Arthur, for helping
Destroying
reach
all
me out for
happiness
that.
everywhere.
Yeah. That was really good actually. Um,
Yeah.
I'm really glad Tice's character. I'm really glad that
You
Patches
survived.
was still alive. Um,
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
man.
he
that
was
was
in a
cool.
he was in a bad spot.
Yeah. No, I think that plan coming together was pretty awesome. That was a cool way to end it
You know, I love it when a plan comes together.
together. Yeah. Uh, playing. So I had the opportunity to play Night Witches today, and now playing the Warren. Both games by Bully Pulpit. Both games play incredibly well. Um, it feels. It's weird though because I don't. There doesn't feel like there's a lot of productive moves in the Warren. Like so in Night Witches what you're doing is like you have like your night mission, right? That you have to
Yep.
go on.
And you
And so like
build
your
everything
day
towards that.
your day is that you're building and you're trying to like say, bandage yourself from the previous mission and like get mission pool points for your next mission. In a very like XCOM-y kind of way almost. But then here in the Warren, it doesn't feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to be building to. Like my character doesn't have a goal, unless it's done fictionally. Uh, I have a lot of things that I can do that are either like lateral things, such as mate. Like I can mate, but
Well, this game
other
isn't supposed to be like you have a character that survives for a long period. It's
Yeah.
about you
yeah
play the Warren itself, and then you do minor things. And we've taken a little bit more of a dramatic stretch. I feel like the game
yeah
is really more about there's a fox. How do you quickly deal with it? Okay, it's next summer. These characters died, and these are the new rabbits. This is the new folds. And so
yeah
mating is an important part. And then
Yeah.
that
Well,
makes
yeah.
that makes more sense because it feels like all the moves for any individual rabbit are damage control moves.
Yeah.
yeah, I totally agree with you.
Um, I don't know.
But
I still
yes, that
don't
is
get me
the
wrong.
point, is
I
that
still love this game.
retiring rabbits and bringing in the next generation, not only is it the point of the game, but it's an actual move on your
Yeah.
character sheet. Is to just be like, okay, I retire.
Yeah, because I can already
I'm
see
out.
like exactly sort of how the next one thing comes back, or like with especially with Chip in it, like maybe the owl has seen something coming, and so she came back, and like this is like X amount of years in the future as she shows him like Chip in his character stuff, but like
Yeah.
No, but I'm telling you, like, this is getting me like real into wanting to like read the Redwall fantasy again. And AP or Eric, if you wanted to run like a mouse guard campaign or
Oh, I'm
something like
running a
that,
mouse guard campaign. I'm trying
Yeah.
to lure Eric into joining it. We got to talk about that after the
Yeah, we
game.
do. We will talk about this after because that is something that I would definitely be down into doing.
well, because I wouldn't mind doing something like that, but more in a Redwall theme where it's heavily fantasized and it's like, the breach between it's just mouses versus natural enemies, or there's something mystical and magical going on, because I love that type of stuff.
Have you read the Mouse Guard comics?
Yeah, they are amazing.
I haven't, so don't spoil
Yeah.
anything for
I
me.
want to know. I want to know what level. So I'm not. I know what Redwall is, but I don't know the magic of Redwall. So I want to know how it compares. But we should talk about
Redwall,
this. Yeah.
Redwall isn't so much magical. It has the semblance of mysticism to it in some pieces.
Okay. More than Mouse Guard itself,
Redwall is an amazing book series. I really suggest you read it.
but okay. I probably should. I guess I don't know the much of the differences between Mouse Guard and Redwall as far as like the mysticism and fantasy elements and all that kind of stuff all binds together. Because for me, just like with not knowing, they seem rather close to each other. So I would be interested in knowing what the difference is, but I don't know.
We'll go over that later.
Yeah, we should go over that later.
According to my email from the United States Postal Service, while this game was going on, my package of Legends of the Mouse Guard Volume 1 and Fall 1152 Mouse Guard have arrived. So I am now deeply torn between finishing Walking Dead Season 1 or just tearing upstairs and opening that package and spending all night by a fireplace reading it. So that's me. I'm too deep. Yeah. I'm in too deep with the mice. I think I'm probably going to do Walking Dead, though. Yeah, I feel like a major part of this game is the mating and moving forward, and we haven't actually seen any of that yet.
Well, technically we've seen mating.
It happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've seen mating, yeah.
And a fantastic job, by the way, Tice. Superior form and effort.
Well, you see, there's a hashtag going around called Tice Got Game.
Tice got game. It's true. It happens in every game where Tice is in. Yeah, I'm a fireplace aficionado. It says so on my Roll20 wiki page.
That's
Really?
pretty awesome.
Nothing? I got nothing from anybody? Fine, Eric. Yeah, you said something at least. Okay. I guess off camera, maybe we can talk about doing another game of this. Cottontail is like trying to force us. I feel like if she was here in person, she'd be like threateningly holding a pencil towards us, like, play another game or else.
Well, I wouldn't mind doing like a continuation of this into like Mouse Guard, if you will.
Yeah,
That'd
or
be
like
So society evolved thousands of years down the line.
and then
All
remember
speak of the wisdom of Alfin.
The leadership of Saffron and the courage of Patches.
The 3 original mouse guards.
Your rabbit guards. Well, that's the interesting thing. Like you were asking about difference between Redwall and Mouse Guard. Redwall is just like a book series that is about a whole lot of different animals. It's not just mice. So it's like rabbits, mice, badgers, shrews, all working together in like little fantasy towns and stuff like that, all working towards a goal, and then fighting against, like snakes and all that other type of stuff. I don't know if Mouse Guard itself has other races other than mice.
Oh,
It does.
It does?
Weasels are apparently like
weasels are a very big part of it.
Super Saracen. They've got like scimitars and they dress in like gold sheet that has things dripping off of it, like jewels and stuff.
It's farm. Yeah. There's also like massive creatures in it as well.
Rabbits are apparently like
Yeah.
intelligent horses.
Yeah. Crabs are a thing as well. Like there's creatures
Oh, man.
around.
Crabs is an intelligent race. Oh
No, they're
boy.
not. I don't think they're intelligent. I think
Ah, damn it! No, I would have been awesome to be like,
and
yes.
foxes, obviously.
Of course, the foxes. Foxes. Are great.
Snakes are a big deal.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Wolves. Wolves are owls as well. Are like super predators.
Under the sea.
All right, yeah. Let's do an outro and talk about where we can find everybody. If you like them, go watch their stuff. Tice, if people like watching you, where would they go do it?
Currently they can go see me on Zircon 5's channel, and soon as I get my work schedule finished and stuff, I'll probably starting to do random night streams at twitch.tv/tice8769.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Yep. Chippin' it. Sorry, Chippin' Brit. Where can people find your cousin, the American version? I'm trying to keep it alive, but I'm not. Where can people find you, Chippin' It, and what do you do?
You can find me at twitch.tv/chippinit and twitter.com/chippinit. I do a lot of stuff on other people's channels, like AP's channel. Sometimes I'm on Swargula's channel, and on Mondays I'll be on Typical GM's channel. I like to just kind of float around, help out where I can, do whatever. I've been getting into art. What I'll do in the future, I don't know. I've just had a change in work schedule and working 40 hours a week, plus an added 2 hours a day that I spend in my office before the day starts to be there for emergencies and stuff like that. I'm just tired when I get home. Just really, really tired. So that's why I haven't been so active lately. So I apologize. But it's always fun doing stuff with you guys.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'll
always
see
fun
you,
playing
Matt.
with you, Chipping It.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Eric Vulgaris, where can people
Yes.
find you, and what do you do?
Ooh, I am on the internet. I'm a part-time streamer, bringing
Like a
about 30
full-time
hours
streamer.
of content a week now.
Yeah.
Almost full-time streamer. Uh, in addition to working full-time. You can find me on the internets all over at Eric Vulgaris. On the YouTubes, on the tweets, on the I guess you're at Twitch actually as well. My schedule is at ericvulgaris.com/schedule. I stream every day but Thursday. So tomorrow at 9 a.m., if you want to see more role-playing action, I'm playing with 3 of my friends, and we're playing a game called Inspectors, which is really cool. It's about like a startup ghost hunter, like
Nice.
Ghostbusters kind of game, and it's awesome.
When
It
you
is
say
one of
9
the,
a.m., which time zone are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing. If you want more role-playing content, that's where to go.
Excellent. And if you're watching this, you probably already know who I am, so just click buttons that say like follow or subscribe wherever you're at. Yeah. So for those at home watching right now live,